Crew, what's good? It's Rubber Catney coming back at you with another video, man. Hey, today we got another special one. I know I say that a lot. I know I say we got another special one. Hey, all my videos are special, you know what I'm saying? Because they just for you. You, the viewer, the crew member, you know what I'm saying? Hey, OP10's right around the corner, man. And there's not too much exciting things coming out for PB Luffy. But we do have one spicy card that's coming out, man. And if you seen my OP, me reviewing every card from OP10, then you might know what card I'm talking about. But let's get into the deck list, man. Hey, all right. So here we go. Here we go. So not much changes in OP10 format. I think for PB Luffy, we don't get too much support for our leaders specifically. But we do get an interesting card. And I'm just gonna go to that card before I go to the deck list. We got this 6-drop Monkey D. Luffy right here. Okay, it's a 6 cost card. It's 1K counter, 7K attack, which is a great stat line off top, and it's a 1K counter. So this helps eliminate some bricks that we usually would have to play. Just saying, for that 6K slot or 6 cost slot. It says once per turn, this character cannot be KO'd by your opponent's effects. So this is good against Blackbeard. This is good against any black deck. Um, it's the perfect stat line and just the perfect effect. And then the effect says when attacking, you may place 3 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck. So this helps you recycle your trash to get your Sanjis back in your deck. Whatever your Gecko Morias, whatever. And then it says then if your opponent has 5 or more cards in the hand, they trash a card from hand. This card absolutely wrecks Blackbeard. Just saying, Blackbeard specifically actually absolutely wrecks them. Like really any deck where they gotta have more than 5 cards in hand, which most decks do, it wrecks them. I didn't get to use it much today in today's videos, but I did get to use it in an interesting match. But besides that, let's get into the rest of the deck list. We're running 4 Zora Joras here. This is to help eliminate our bricks that we have to run, because as you know, our other ramp Zoro is a brick, so we don't want to run 4 of those. Just to help, a lot of people I talked to was saying that they're having a problem with bricks in this deck, and that's why your boy's creating these lists for y'all. These are less bricky builds. I think we only run like 15 or 16 bricks in here, which is a great number. Yes, we lose out on some high cost removal, but we do play big bodies, which we can just swing into stuff with, as far as that. We got 2 of the Gear 5 Luffys. Gear 5 is great in this deck. I wouldn't play any less than 2. I mean, I wouldn't even mind 3 to be honest, because it's just so cracked in this leader man. You get so much dying back, and it's just a game finisher, man, a game ender right here. We still got 4 Shikis in this list. If you've seen our previous PB Luffy build, we loving the Shiki, man. Just it's a great 2-cost blocker. Early game, you play it out. It saves you from the extra attacks, because you do want to take an attack when you're playing the Zora Joro, to go to 3. So the Shiki just helps. Like going second wise, you play out the Shiki. Take the first attack from your opponent. If they don't have a way to remove it, then next turn you play out a Zora Joro. They got a choice. If they do have removal, to either remove the Shiki or Zora Joro. So either way, if we do lose our ramp piece in that instance, we still have a block for the next attack. So great 2-cost blocker, and he's a Gecko Moria target as well. We got 4 of the Black Marias here. Black Maria is just a great card for this leader. Mandatory in my opinion. And 2K counter at that. Ramp piece, 2K counter. Don't like the ramp with her, but we will if we have to. She definitely comes up in the Blackbeard matchup to ramp, so good card. We got 4 to 7-drop Sanjis. If you don't know, then you don't know. But hey, 7-cost Sanji is a demon, man. I wouldn't run any less of this card and for this leader, like specifically. 4 is just great. He's a game ender. He's 7K attack. You're playing him out for 6 essentially with your leader effect because you do get the Don right back. It's just a 6 cost 7k rusher in this build. So I mean, who wouldn't want to play that? And he rests down a 6 or lower character, which gets past their blockers, whatever. Great card. 4 of the Frankies, mandatory standard. No need to go over this card. Went over it 1,000 times. We got 3 of the Ronozoros. Just a standard card. It's great for this deck, man. I hate playing it, but it's so good I have to play it. Like, I mean, it's annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's annoying, but it's a ramp piece and it's on play, so we gotta play it. You could substitute Bond Clay for this, but it feels bad not playing this card at all. I mean, I've tried not playing it because if you have 2 of these in hand, like on going second, you can play both of them turn 2. So I mean, it's it's a card you wanna play. We're down to 2 Kados in this specific build. We did have to cut one of the Kados. I mean, we don't have to. We could go down to 3 of the Monkey D. Luffy's, but it's a 6-drop body that's hard for them to remove. They can't KO it once per turn, so I want to see it. But you could cut down 3 and 3. I don't think that's bad neither. After testing, you could cut down 3 and 3. But there has been games where I've seen too many Kados in hand. I mean, it is what it is. You got plenty of cycle cards in this deck, so we're cycling. We got 4 of the Usohachi's, great 2K counter, great game ender as well. Got 3 Onamis, it's your cycle card. Also a Gecko Moria target. Between her and Frankie, you got that's 7 cyclers. Then you got the 4 Shikis. That's 11 cyclers right there, and then your Gum Gum Giants adds another 4. That's 15 cycle cards in this deck that helps us dig through our deck. So there's no searches needed. It helps us get to our Gecko Morias. It helps us get to our Kados, our Sanjis, whatever we need to see. More than likely, if you're playing the match, you're gonna see it. It's very rare that I don't see a card that I want to see playing this build, just because it's like, if I have a Gecko Moria, I play Gecko, and I have a Frankie engrave or a Shiki engrave, that's draw 3, trash 2. So I'm automatically seeing 3 cards off the top of my deck, getting rid of what I don't need. Just a lot of cycle in this deck makes it very strong. Really, the goal for this deck is to destroy their board while going wide. Like, you're establishing your board, destroying their board, and then you go for life. That's the goal. That's what we do. We're attacking a life when we can. If they don't have anything rested, then we're probably gonna go into life. Or if their things is too big, then we'll go into life. So we got that. We got the 4 new Monkey D. Luffy's. I already went over this card, what it does. Great card. It's really the only thing we're getting in OP10. Hate to, it's sad, but it's not. We got 4 of the 5-drop Sanjis. Great card to play on curve. Kill one of their bodies, establish a body. 5 cost 6k, so a big attacker at that. And then 4 Gum Gum Giants, one of the greatest purple cards ever created. They're not gonna hit it on the ban list, they're not gonna hit it on the ban list. But hey, that's it for the deck list, man. I'm gonna get into these videos, man. We got some good matchups for y'all boys. I think we got a Dofi, we got a Blackbeard matchup, and a couple other matchups I think we got in there too as well. So some good meta matchups. We didn't run into any new leaders, surprisingly. I don't know why. We didn't see any new leaders. I tried to load up into some new leaders and it froze my game up. So I was like, you know what? We're just going random, and whoever we get is who we get. But yeah, let's get into the video. And if you like content like this, you like PB Luffy, you like RP Luffy, and you dream of playing the new purple blue Luffy, man, because your boy is a master crafter with these decks, man. We have some of the cleanest builds on this channel. We have some of the most competitive builds on this channel. And if you want to have a chance of winning your next big tournament, you got to tap into this channel, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button, man, because I'm telling you, we going somewhere. And I can't wait for the day till one of my subscribers tell me, hey, I took that sticky RP Luffy build to this regionals, or I took this sticky RP Luffy build to nationals, or I took your PB Luffy list to Nas and we won. You know, hey, that's my goal, man. I want y'all boys to win, cause I'm winning wherever I go. We winning. We win the three tourneys. The last three tourneys we went to, we only lost one match, and that was a mirror match. You know, so I don't feel bad about that. Losing to RP Luffy, playing RP Luffy, I don't feel bad about that. You know what I'm saying? But every other match we played, we wrecked them. So you know, it is what it is. And if you missed that, I do have videos on the channel. You can check those out. But yeah, let me stop rambling on, man. Let's get into this gameplay. But before we do, hey, bro, drop that beat. All right, crew, we got a Dofy here. You know what I'm saying? We starting with the big bad man himself. If he doesn't get hit on the ban list, which we speculating he could not. We don't know, man. We think he should, but he might not. He's doing a blind swing here, so he doesn't have a searcher in hand, which is good for us. We played out our Shiki, going on our turn 1 play, and then now we're going into Rona Zoro, and we're going to swing 8 at him. We got 2 geckos in hand, so that's going to come in clutch. We're basically going to just devastate this Dofy's board every time he plays characters out. That's our goal. So here, he's swinging 8 at us. We've already took 1 life, so we're probably just going to block out with the Shiki. He's playing out the boas. Gonna put 1 on lead. Stacking the top of his deck. You know, Dofy things. He had a blind boa too at that. Just so y'all know. He had a blind boa right there. You like to see it. You like to see it. Alright, so we're at 7 Don here. We do got the Rush Sanji, so we're probably gonna play that out. Why not? We're gonna swing 5 probably first into lead to try to get a card out. Or yeah, I thought about it here. I was like, let me swing 5 to lead first to try to get a counter out of hand. Then we'll go 6 in the boa. So sequencing is important here, because if we just swing 6 in the boa first, then he just counters out, you know, differently. And we get a 2K there for that 1K attack. So we go 7 in the boa and get another 2K. So we're fine with that. That's 2 2Ks from hand and a 1K. And we established a lot of bodies. So we're good with that. He plays out Jinbe in the boa, you know, hey, standard Dofy things. So our opponent's seeing a really good, you know, hand so far. Like, yeah, he didn't get the turn 1 stacker, Piranha or whatever, but hey, he's got a Jinbe, 2 boas out on field already, which is cool. He goes into my board here. I'm probably gonna protect. I'll just let it go. I'll let it go because I do got Gecko for the next turn. I forgot what Dawn I was on, but yeah, I got Gecko for the next turn, so I let it go and I just take that hit.
Oh my God,
So it's probably gonna be a Gecko turn right here, and we'll establish the Shiki and the Rona Zoro back. So we're flooding our board right back. That's why we let the Rona Zoro go. I was gonna protect it, and I was like, no, I could just save the counter. And then we'll do the Zoro ramp right here. Checking how much we got and make sure we can get enough active back. And then here we'll go 7 into his Weevil. You know he gave us 2 2Ks. He can't have too much counter left. He lets it go. Then we'll go 7 in the boa here. So now our opponent has a choice to make. He can counter out of this, lead a boa. He does, right? That's fine. So now I got a lot of cards in hand with a lot of counter. We got 1 active Don for Gum Gum Giant. We got a blocker on board, and we got a lot of bodies on board. So now he either has to remove our bodies or just try to go face. And if he goes face with all his bodies, I can tell you one thing, he's losing all his bodies next turn. And he does get scared of our board. We know he's low on counter because we've been attacking his board, you know, and we've seen how he's been countering out. So if he wants to turn these blockers sideways, then we're just going to remove him from the board. And he's going to go from 3 characters on board to 0. Well, I mean, we don't care about Sengoku. He can stay on board. If you want to strap up a Sengoku and swing, that's fine as well. We'll get rid of him too.
oh my God, Lord.
But my goal is I'm just going to protect my bodies at this point. Probably just Gum Gum Giant maybe here. Get rid of the Gear 5. We don't need it. We didn't do that, but we could have just Gum Gum Giant there. I guess we're waiting to see if he wants to turn his boa sideways. So yeah, we'll just Gum Gum Giant here. Get rid of our Gear 5. We don't need it this game. We're wide enough to where Dofi can't really deal with us right now, and he's only got 4 cards in his hand. He swings another 6. We just give him the Shiki blocker. And he plays out the Law here and bounces back our Ronozoro, but we don't care about that. So now we're probably going to go 9 into Boa. We'll go 7 into Boa. We're going to establish another Moria here. We could play our Sanji out, but I just like leaving the counter in hand at this point, because we can get 2 blockers out and cycle, so we can get rid of these bricks in our hand. So there we go. We draw into a couple more counter cards, and another Gum Gum Giant we have. It's perfect. 26 and a 5 here. He gives it to us. So now he's got 1 character on board, and we establish another 9 cost and 2 more blockers. So it's like at this point you either have to worry about our blockers. I mean, you have to worry about our blockers. There's nothing else you can do. That's what makes this build very powerful. You see these Gecko Warriors, you establish these blockers just repeatedly while going wide. And I had to make sure I was recording there because there's been times where your boy thought he was recording and I wasn't recording. We do got 2 7-cost Rush Sanjis in hand, and we got a 5-cost KO Sanji, which KOs pretty much anything they play besides their Jozus or anything that they might play bigger, like Mihawk or some shit like that. He swings 5 into our 1K here. That's fine with us. We don't care about that. He's got 9 open Don. And I'm like, there's nothing he can remove on board, unless he has a red rock or something. Doesn't have a red rock. He plays out Jimby Weevil, which is cool. I'm fine with that. Swings 9 at our Sanji here. Honestly, we could just Gum Gum Giant and leave our blocker up even. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, do I want to give him the blocker here? I honestly could just leave the blocker up. Yeah, we're just gonna leave the blocker up. Like, why not? We'll get rid of our 2-cost blocker. We draw into another Gum Gum Giant, which is insane. Here we can just destroy the board again. Establish another big body. So we just play 5, probably KO the Weevil. KO the Weevil here. Go 7 in to his Law. And I say we go 3 on. Swing, yeah. 3 on, swing into his Gecko. Then we can just go into life here. Whittle him down lower, so the next turn is probably a death sentence. And the great thing about our leader effect is it does make our Onami out of reach of Law just because she is a 5-cost. So that's another broken thing about this deck when it comes to facing Dofi. So at this point, even if he plays a blocker out, right? We have 7 drop. We have another 10 costs, which is why I play 2. Because if we trash one, there's a chance we can see another one with as much cycle we play. We got a blocker in hand. We got literally an answer for anything that our opponent can do right here.
Oh my god, Lord.
And I don't see a way he could possibly survive this next turn. Like, he would have to go for game here, and there's no way he could get game. Like, not with a blocker and 2 life. So let's see what our opponent does here. He plays a blocker out, which is to be expected. We don't really care about that. I think he added her back off the Gecko Moria, actually. We didn't really pay attention because we didn't care. We knew he was cooking our opponent. You know, This deck cooks Dofi, by the way. It cooks Dofi, and we went second. Just keep that in mind. So our Dofi was on their perfect curve. Now y'all may say, "Oh yeah, he's a bad Dofi player." Well, I mean, you don't have to be good really to play with Dofi. I'm just saying, like, you just spam bodies out and swing. Now him swinging 5 here, makes me think he's probably gonna play another blocker out or something. Plays out a Mihawk, which is probably not the best card, but it is a body nonetheless. Swinging 7, we'll just give him the blocker there because we do got 2 up for Gum Gum Giant. And he's not swinging his boa. And if he didn't establish her this turn, he wasn't swinging her. So we go 6 in. Get a 2K, we go 7 in. He probably thought we was gonna go for his board this time, but no, we're going for game, buddy. Gives us 3 1Ks. 9 in, gives us the blocker. 9 in, we get the life. Gear 5. Gear 5 still busted for RP Luffy and Pluffy, by the way. But it works in purple black Luffy, so nonetheless, he gave us a 6. He gave us a life off the 6K attack, so I knew he was cooked. Like, there's absolutely no way he survived this. And you know, hey, that's the Dofi matchup, man. OP10. That you see what it's looking like. He got a buggy on top of his life. It's unfortunate he didn't see it sooner. He did have a gravity blade, but I think it only hit 6 or less, maybe. I don't know. But either way, like, all our characters was +1, so I mean, what could he hit a Sanji with that? Maybe Mihawk would have done something, but he still died. I mean, yeah, he was cooked either way. But yeah, man, let's get on to the next match. Alright, crew, we got the ST21 Luffy. This is a very aggressive deck, so we're gonna try to survive this. He's swinging 7 at us off top, which is cool. We let it go. We play out the Ronozoro. We're gonna go wide. We're gonna swing 5 here first, then play out our other one. So this is why I like the Ronozoro. You can, if you do have 2 in hand, you can play both of them out going second, which is great. And if you don't go second, you're going first. You can ramp twice. So I mean, either way, it's good. It's good to see 2 in hand. Except late game when it sucks, but hey, it is what it is. I'm thinking here I only got 1Ks in hand, so I'm probably gonna use 3 1Ks just to set up for Gecko Moria. Probably gonna take this one, and right here I'll just block out maybe, and then next turn, since I'll be close to 8 dying, I'll set up for Gecko. So my idea here, I drew into a black Sanji, so I'm like, let me attack at Zoro, because usually they'll give it to you for free. And I seen he searched to Luffy, so if he plays that Luffy out, I'm just gonna KO it. Our opponent knows what we're trying to do here, so he's thinking about it. He's thinking. Plays out the Sanji instead, which is cool. I'm like, either way, bro, I'm still gonna KO that shit. I don't care. Like, we should go 1 on lead here. Swing 5, swing 6, or swing 6, swing 5. It don't matter. Well, never mind. We'll swing 6. We're gonna leave 1 up. Makes sense. We'll leave 1 up, yeah, because we are at 2 life. That was a better play, yeah. That was smart. I should have still swung 5 and then 6, but it's fine. I know our opponent's low on counter because he didn't counter out of the 5K attack. Alright, so he plays another Zoro out here, which is kind of annoying. Swing 7. We're going to give him 3 1Ks here. We're going to keep our Rush Sanji, just in case we want to go for game next turn. Because it is a possibility, assuming our opponent's bricked up. I know he has 1 brick in hand. He's putting 3 on and swinging with the Nami, and I'm like, cool, I'll take that. And he swings 7, and I take that. It was really risky to take that, right? But there's a reason why. It's because I plan on going for game. So our opponent has 6 cards in hand, and we have 5 attacks potentially. So I have to get at least 4 attacks through. So I swing 5 first to test the water. He gives me that life, which lets me know that he's more than likely bricked up. So just to test the theory again, I swing 6. He gives me a life. So now I know our opponent's cooked here. I'm like, okay, at this point, we're gonna swing another 5, see what he does. We do got Kaido in hand. Okay, he gave us a 1K right there. So now we're gonna play Kaido out. We're just gonna KO his little Nami or whatever there. We're gonna swing 6. He's got a 2K, he can survive, and we lose. He swings 10, and look, our opponent is absolutely bricked up. This guy is playing way too many bricks. I mean, he does got the events. Maybe he should have just left a Don open or something, and he wins. I don't know. We could have played safer though. We could have just went Gecko Moria and you know, blocked it up and not took that last hit. But it is what it is. We assumed he was bricked up by the way he was taking attacks, and sometimes, you know, you gotta risk it for the biscuit, man. If you see they're taking 5K attacks, then more than likely they're bricked up. Like, if they see you have 9 open dime and they're taking 5K attacks, more than likely they're bricked up, and that's what we assumed, and that's how we played it out. So let's get on to the next game, crew. Alright, crew, so you may be asking, well, how does this deck do against Blackbeard? So for the finale, we got you a Blackbeard. We got the 6 cost in hand. We got her on a Zoro ramp. So if he doesn't black hole us here, we might be cooking. Either way, we're gonna establish the body no matter what. So it is what it is. Swing 6 here. We're gonna take the first one. We get a Zoro, which is cool too. He doesn't use leader effect, so we're gonna punish him for that. And we're gonna ramp. We're gonna swing 5. Could have just swung 5 first and then done it just in case he got a trigger. And we're gonna play out Zoro here. Swings 5 at us. We're gonna counter out with the Nami. Just set our trash up for Gecko. We do got a Gecko in hand. Even if he does use lead effect, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. Alright, so here we're on 7 Don. So we know Blackbeard likes to take life, and if he doesn't want to take the life, I'm just gonna swing 5. There's no need. No need to swing anymore. We are black hold, which is cool. And we should swing 6. We get a 2K out of hand because he sees we're going wide. We'll just swing a 5 here. And we'll play out our 6 drop. Alright, so now the 6 drop says we have to place 3 cards from our trash to the bottom of the deck. We only got 1 card in trash. So my theory with that is, well, he's worried about these bodies for sure because he's at 3 life already.
Oh my God, Lord.
He only has 5 cards in hand, well, 6 cards in hand. He's at 3 life. He's got to worry about these bodies. So if he removes these bodies, then we're gonna punish him with our 6 drop. So he swings 5 as Zoro here. And I'm thinking about it. This is my first time using this card. I'm like, you know what? Nah, we're gonna let that go. Let's see what he does here. Also hesitate too, just because it makes our opponent think we do have counter. So he could make a worse play, as in strapping all his Don on Kuzan and swinging 10 like he just did. And that's fine. We gonna let it go anyway. He didn't know that though. Plays out a Van Augur, trashing the Kuzan, drawing a card. That's cool. That's cute. We're on 10 Don here. So thinking here, I'm thinking here about what to play out, and it's probably better to play the Sanji and Zoro, to be honest. Alright. Swing 6 with lead. We could have swung 7 there. He gave us a 2K. We're going to swing 7 here. We're going to do the effect. He is at 5 cards in hand, so he has to trash a card here. He trashes a finger gun, which is good for us. So now he can't finger gun our Zoro. He's only on 9 Don this turn, and he makes a crucial mistake here. He spends 6 to use the liberation card, or the new card, but it says you have to have 2 less characters, and he only has 1 less, so the effect doesn't go through, and he's gonna be punished for that, so he quits. But either way it goes, we have 1 Don open, so we're threatening Gum Gum Giant, right? So the most he can do is play out a Burgess and a Kuzan and swing into life, or he can load up Don and try to take this 7K off the board, which either way it goes, our opponent has 2K, 1K, 1K, so he only has 4K counter in hand. So we got 3 attacks coming in, and if he uses lead effect, he'll probably get rid of the Kuzan. So yeah, he'll have a Blackbeard that next turn, but we're gonna attack him 3 times, which is gonna get the rest of his life out. He'll have 0 life, and we'll have at least 2 more bodies on board, and we're gonna establish another body this turn, which would probably be, to be honest with what he has on board, would probably just establish a Kaido or something. And then that's our it for our opponent. You know, he's cooked. Either way, he loses this game. Like, we already set it up for him to lose. You know, this is chess, not checkers, and we checkmated our opponent regardless if he quit or not. But yeah, that's it for the video, man. So far, I like the list as is. You know, adding the 6 drop will help you in the black matchup. The Lucci's or anything like that, where they just pop in a card every turn. Your leader effect also makes them a 7 drop, so they have to double pop a 7 drop, which is not easy for them to do. If they try to swing into him, he's a 7K attack, so I mean, it's not easy to swing into him neither. So hey, great card, good games, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.